Thank you. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the M6 stage, Cloud Computing and Analytics. My name is Oreland Murby, and I'm head of Informatica Nordics. Informatica, we work with enterprise cloud data management, and we help companies with their digital transformation to maximize their use of data. I think I have the most interesting job. I feel I'm in the epicenter of this huge change going on. And I was thinking a way to kick off today, the stage today, is to share with you why I think it's so interesting and a little bit my background. So, to start, many years back, yes, it's a long time ago, one of my first jobs, I worked as a software vendor at an ERP, a Swedish ERP software, and I was the seller. And I wanted to sell this ERP solution to my customer, and my customer said, "Oh, we are really interested, but we don't want to buy before you can share with us what is it going to take to get data into our new software? How long will that take? How much will it cost? And how do we do that?" And I said, "Well, of course, that's obvious questions. I'll come back to you with that." And I turned inside my company, asked for help to calculate this, and nobody wanted to help me. I got the answer, "Lisa, those are really good questions, but how long is a thread? We cannot say anything about that." And that was really frustrating because I could not sell the software if I couldn't help the customer how to achieve success with the software. Finally, I found this guy really down in the basement. He was working in our server room. Well, this was the time, when we had AS400. Yeah, it's a long time ago. He was down there. He was normally not working with sales or customers at all, but he took his time, sat down with me, and we calculated what would it take to get the data into this software. I sold the software to the customer. It was implemented, and they achieved success. So that was a good story. Many years later, I started working for an analytics software vendor, and we sold the most advanced and fantastic analytics solutions to banks, for example, help them calculate their risks, or to insurers to help them identify the optimal price, or to manufacturers to predict their maintenance. Super interesting. And my customers told me, "This is so valuable. We see so much value in what you're selling to us. But we cannot decide yet. Because, Lisa, our data is in such a disorder. It's completely fragmented. We cannot get a full view of things. We just need to fix that first. And then we're going to call you because we really want your analytical software. But we cannot use it before we get going on our data." And that really led me to understand how much power there is if we can get our data in control and unleash it and really use it. There I found Informatica, where I'm working today. And Informatica's sole focus is to help companies to maximize the value of their data. So I feel I'm really in the epicenter of what's going on. And during these years, it's six years back I started working for Informatica, we see how data has really become such a core topic everywhere. And a lot of things are happening with data. So we all know how it has exploded in volumes and still is exploding. I think nobody could imagine, or we all remember when we got our first iPhone, but nobody could imagine what that would lead to, this complete new way of being and how much data that has generated. And now it's IoT, and there are sensors everywhere, and we just see how that is implemented at our customers. Sensors that send data to be more efficient within the companies. And all this data is just growing by the minutes. I heard a customer, a big life science company, that shared with me that in short, they think they're going to have 2 billion of sensors. So that is a lot of data that is going to be generated from these sensors. Also today, a big change that has been going on is that consumers, they just expect to be treated in a personalized way, and they don't accept if they are not. I think we all can think of examples like this one. You are a customer of an insurance company, you have your household insured by this company, and you get a letter with a promotion of a car insurance home. And there's nothing in that letter that acknowledges that you are already a customer of the insurance company. And that is so annoying. I've gotten those letters, and you know what? I never bought that car insurance because I got annoyed. So that is how the world has been looking like, but now things are really changing. I know, for example, Informatica right now is rolling out a solution for a Nordic insurance company where they will be able to change from their product-oriented perspective to a customer-oriented way of working. And they will get a full 360 view of their data and of their customers, and they will be able to know that the data they base their decisions on is high qualitative. Then we have the hot topic of data democracy. So today, we are all getting so used to this new world, so we just expect every employee at a company, they want to have the data at their fingertips. Nobody accepts anymore that I first need to turn to my IT department, ask for a report that I could maybe work a little bit on. We want to have the data immediately, and we want to know that we can trust that data, that is accurate, is high qualitative. That's just an expectation from everybody these days. And then, as everything at this Data Innovation Summit is about, there is so much machine learning and AI coming into operations these days. Also within data management, at Informatica, we have AI in all our functions and services. And then the other super hot topic is, of course, cloud. So now, my experience is that everybody is working on a cloud journey, is in the middle of a cloud journey. Every company I talk to is in the middle of a cloud journey these days. Some years back, it was a focus on one cloud. These days, it's completely multi-cloud. And at the same time, it's also hybrid, because some data and some applications still continue being on-premise. So it's this huge mix that we need to manage. So I started by sharing about this guy that I met in the server room. He was the only one that had an understanding of how important it was to see how to integrate and get data into the software. Well, today, and what has really exploded the last years, is that this has become a topic that everybody finds so important. And today, 59% of enterprises have appointed a chief data officer that solely focus on the data of the company. And 87% of CXOs state that becoming a more intelligent enterprise by 2025 is their top priority. And to run a little bit more statistics, so 80% of CEOs, they say that the pandemic obviously has accelerated the digital transformation. I think we all can agree to that, right? And 90% of enterprises will use multiple cloud services by 2022. And 80% say that their digital transformation will fail if they don't invest heavily into data and analytics. Finally, 75% of enterprises, they say that they have been piloting AI, but now they are operationalizing it. So we like to look at the evolution of data into these different releases. So data 1.0, data 2.0, data 3.0. Data 1.0, that's really that period when I was selling the ERP software. Then the focus of data was how to get data into one application. Data 2.0 would symbolize, it was more about how data would support a business process. going between different applications within the business process. And data 3.0 would symbolize what has really been going on the last years, this complete digital modernization. So with all this large volumes of data, the requirements of real-time analytics, companies have needed to modernize their IT infrastructures and invest into cloud, etc. During this period of 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, Informatica has delivered the first data platform in the industry, AI embedded into all the functions, and also invested heavily into cloud when everybody said cloud is not really for data management, or data management is not really, they didn't believe that was possible in cloud. Now, what we like to call the 4.0 that is happening right now, it's in a way similar to 3.0, but the big change is that now we see that enterprises, boardrooms, top level in the companies have realized how important data is to completely transform a company. It's possible to create completely new business models, etc., if we really take control of our data. So that's what's happening now. That by managing data, new products and services can be launched. Completely new way of engaging with customers. Changing the operational models and creating completely new business models. So I was thinking of one of Informatica's customer, a large manufacturing company. They are leasing their products, and by putting sensors on those leased products, they get all the information about how they are used, and they can much better predict which maintenance will be needed when I get my product back. And they have increased their margins with 5 to 7% thanks to this. So that is a completely new way of working for them. Very interesting. And I know we all can think of many of these type of examples. So, Informatica has realized that there is such a potential. But to really be able to thrive on this, enterprises need something new. And therefore, Informatica just recently launched our our new intelligent data management platform. Cloud platform, sorry. That was the most important word. Cloud, intelligent data management cloud. Our new data management platform in the cloud. So we have all heard about all these different kinds of clouds. So we have the application clouds, we have the data warehouse and lake clouds, infrastructure clouds, business intelligence clouds, database clouds, and now we have a data management cloud. And Informatica's intelligent data management cloud consists of around 200 services that can help you catalog your data, ingest your data, integrate your data, master your data, get a 360 view of your data, govern your data, even create a data marketplace. And this cloud is fully cloud native. It has AI embedded into all functions. It supports a multi-cloud and a hybrid world. It's based on low code and no code, and as a designing principle, it's security and trust are the primary thinking there. It runs today on 22 trillion transactions per month. Informatica wants to continue being the Switzerland of data, and now Switzerland of data on cloud. So regardless of cloud platforms, Informatica can get a full view of your data and manage and master the data in cloud. Just some years ago, in the early stages of this cloud platform, this was run 3 years ago. It was 500 billion transactions per month. So the increase has been enormous over the last three years. And that's just the explosion we see. We see this big transformation. One customer, that started using a Nordic customer, a Nordic bank, that started using this cloud data management platform a little while ago. They wanted to launch new product and services digitally, but they couldn't because they had such a hybrid data landscape, and the data was completely in silos. So they embarked with Informatica's cloud data management platform, and today they can now launch their service, their new loans to customers in seconds, what earlier took several days. So Informatica has around 4,500 customers over the globe, and many of them in the Nordics. And we work with the global partners all over the globe, also many local partners, regional partners. And of course, we work really, really tight with the ecosystems, such as AWS, Salesforce, Microsoft, Databricks, Google, Tableau, and I especially want to highlight Snowflake, because right after me, we have a customer of Snowflake speaking. And if you want to learn more about the partnership between Informatica and Snowflake, you can also listen in later today at 1:30 on the Data Octagon stage, where there will be a panel with Informatica and Snowflake, and you will be able to, and then there will be, you can always meet with us, of course, in the verbal booth. And if you like, you can download some sessions on demand about us. And finally, there is a session about data fabric, data mesh, and other data trends, data management trends. So, hope to see you at any of those, and thank you for listening, and I wish you a really good day at this stage.